I learned to be a reader, numerology, astrology, Tara. I learned Reiki, reflexology, Abhyanga. Abhyanga is an oil body massage where you oil the body down according to the body type in essential oils that we rub into the body, into the muscles, into the skin. Shirodhara. Shirodhara is part of the Abhyanga. This is a head oil massage where we have warm oils in a big copper pot that drips ever so lightly on the third eye, on the forehead, that relaxes the conscious mind, that relaxes the subconscious mind, that relaxes the conscious mind, that relaxes the body. We call this system M&M, melt the mind, melt the body. Total relaxation. You leave the stress, the anxiety, the fear, the worry, the dis-ease, the disease on the table. Tony is a yoga teacher who has traveled to the Himalayas in India, to a little town in Rishikesh, to learn the art and science of yoga and healing. Yoga means a way of life, a way of becoming, a way of being. Yoga is who you are. Yoga is what you become. You become conscious and aware when you take and do yoga. Yoga has enhanced my life in so many ways. In the beginning, it may seem strange, but I didn't know who I was. I was so many things to so many people. I was so busy trying to please everybody until I realized, who are you? What makes you happy? And I decided to get to know myself. And to do that, I learned myself through yoga and the art and science of taking yoga. Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras, B.K.S. Iyengar, who wrote some of the books on yoga, yoga masters who lived to be over 100 years old because they did yoga. Some of my influences are some of the old yoga masters, such as B.K.S. Iyengar, who wrote the Yoga Sutras, and some of the many books on yoga, such as The Light on Yoga. My guru in India is one of my inspirations in yoga because she taught me yoga and the yoga postures and the benefits of yoga. The connection of the spiritual father to me means the universe, it means the world. God, if you will, created this all. And God is the father of the universe, as in Mother Earth, the mother of the earth. I go to a little town in India called Rishikesh. Rishikesh sits at the foothills of the Himalayas, the Himalayas, if you will. And that is a little town where the saints, the sages, the gurus, the masters, the teachers, the healers, all go to connect with the spiritual energy that sits in that little town. It sits all over in India, but primarily in that little town. And there's a river there called the Ganga River. And we go to swim in the Ganga to relieve ourselves of past karmas and past life stuff. Happy Hour Yoga, Ayurveda Yoga Center. Ayurveda is the science of natural healing. Ayurveda is about 5,000 years old. Ayurveda and yoga are brothers and sisters. To speak of yoga and not speak of Ayurveda is like speaking of the brothers and not mentioning the sisters, or vice versa. Ayurveda is the science of natural healing. Yoga is the postures that go along with the lifestyle of healing. So here at my yoga center, Happy Hour Yoga Center, Ayurveda Yoga Center, we determine your body type. We determine your metabolism to find out where the imbalances are within your body. And at that point of the assessment, we will give you the yoga for your mind, the yoga for the body, meditation for your mind, and the diet for your body. The procedure of getting enrolled in yoga are many. You can go online to register. You can walk in. You can call. Well, with my radio show and my website, we will talk about different styles of meditation. See, different minds function, of course, differently. And one meditation is not one that fits all. There's many different styles of meditation. So to determine the style of meditation that would be best for you, you will learn that on my radio station just through the answers and questions and some of the topics that I will be discussing on yoga, meditation, diet, exercise. Yoga is good for anything that ails you. Yoga is good for diabetes. Yoga is good for high cholesterol. Yoga is good for insomnia. Yoga is good for depression. Yoga is good for anxiety. Yoga is good for aerobic fitness. Yoga is good for test taking, because yoga is mind and body. The mind heals through the body heals through the mind. When it becomes connected, the mind and the body heals. We become ill because the mind and the body is not connected, and the breath is not connected with the mind. Therefore, we do things out of habit without being aware of the harm we bring into our bodies by not being with the mind, with the body, as in union with yoga. Yoga has 8 limbs. Pranayama is primarily one of the main limbs in yoga, because pranayama is breath, breathing. And if you don't breathe, you die. If you don't breathe properly, you have anxiety attacks. If you don't breathe properly, you become nervous and fearful because the mind and the body is not getting oxygen. Yoga is meditation. Yoga is concentration. Yoga is ahisma, non-violence. Yoga is brahmacharya, abstinence from sex. Yoga is asteya, not stealing. Yoga is satya, which is the truth. Yoga are the yamas and the niyamas, which are the code of conduct for yoga.